So frankly, I had never thought that I would be working with Tony Blair, who's the former UK Prime Minister, as an advisor, as a public policy advisor, which is my dream role. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shatakshi, and I'm sharing out really interesting content around consulting, career, and wealth management. And let me take you back to a very interesting story of mine, which is around when I started earning. I made this really big blunder that when I started earning, I did not take it very well. I did not have a disciplined account. I did not have a very good recurring deposits, or I did not invest. Back when I started earning somewhere around 2013, investment was not the cool thing. That means that you had to have a recurring account. I did have a recurring account, and I kept breaking it for my GMAT, GRE expenses, or for my gym expenses, etc. That means that fundamentally, if you think about the way I was living my life when I was 21 to almost 25, I would actually save after my spending. So if there is anything left after my spending, I would save it, which is absolutely the almost antagonist of the right way to actually be doing things. And then of course I did my MBA at ISB and went to Harvard Business School, and the entire debt, and even in the world of finance and corporate strategies, consider that debt is a very good disciplinary measure. That is what it actually did with me. I realized that there was time when, before starting my BCG job, I had almost 1 lakh in my account, and I had to survive almost like 9-10 months. So I know that people who may not even have 1 lakh may think that hey Shatakshi, that's a good amount, but truth be told, when you're living by yourself, and I was here in US for my Harvard Business School exchange, and I had to come back to India, that was not good amount of money, trust me on that one. And I realized that once I started my job with BCG, and I've shared the exact numbers around what BCG actually gave me out of that 33 lakh package. I had a debt, that means 50% of my salary was actually going to take care of the loan that I had taken. And then I was saving money, and then I was actually investing some money. And I did that very consistently for 2 years. Even though, in very much truest honesty, I hated my life and I was thinking I'm not getting to enjoy what I want to do. But looking back, I think that's the best thing that I've done to myself. And till date, I think there is an ethos, and there is largely a discipline that I have acquired in terms of how to actually spend, and how to actually save money, and how to actually invest. We will talk about investments and investments in a separate video, and I have already talked about them through the fashion of index funds. But in this video, I want to talk about the power of savings and how it actually made me land my dream job. So remember, I told you that I was really saving a lot, and almost after 2 years of working in BCG, and I had a good time working on really interesting projects, from public sector to telecom to FMCG to IT. I realized that my time with management consulting and BCG is over, and I would want to move on to get my hands dirtier in action, not inaction, in comma action, or in space action. I'm largely someone who likes to formulate strategies and see very quick impact on those strategies, and not just sit on strategies and beautify them, etc. So I learned a lot at BCG, and I wanted to make sure that I'm doing much more interesting things in life. And that meant that as a BCG exit, right, you get a lot of interesting offers. You have ISB on your resume, you have BCG on your resume. So a lot of interesting offers came my way as a chief of staff to top unicorns in this country. You name it, these unicorns such as Flipkart. Flipkart was not the one that was hiring, but Meesho, Paytm, etc. You get chief of staff to their CXOs and CEOs. And then there was this another arena of VC, venture capital funds. So I had few offers from VCs as well. Largely, as I was almost 29, and before my MBA, I had shared this in my other video, I had done public policy work, I had done e-commerce strategy, and I had done boutique consulting. That meant that I was not really excited by the offers that were coming my way. And that also meant that I was actually rejecting these really kick-ass cool jobs that I'm sure that a lot of you would die for. But that my personal choice was, I did not want to work as chief of staff to a CEO. I largely wanted to be the CEO myself, and that's why my thought process was that I wanted to do my own venture, global governance initiative, at that point of time. And why was I really able to do what I wanted to do why was I able to do what my dream job was? Largely because I saved a lot. So I think my final month at BCG was February 2021, and I was really nervous because I did not say yes to any of the job offers, and I was able to do that with a lot of courage and with a lot of calmness, because this time I knew I have bank balance. I was able to take that risk. In life, if you have to do something outstanding and if you have to be patient for really great job offers, then you have to be patient, right? And patience comes when you have bank balance, either as your savings or investment. Just because I saved a lot, I was not getting cranky, I was not picking up any Tom, Dick and Harry job offer that would not align with my values, or that would not really excite me as a working professional. And very interesting thing happened. I think February was my last month. February 2021 was my last month in BCG. And somewhere around, I think in November, I had put down my papers and I kept saying no. I went through multiple interview processes and I realized that I was not really even enjoying the interview processes. And many times I would just drop off after the second round and I say, hey, I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time either. So it makes sense that we collaborate meaningfully when I am ready to purposefully work for you. But at this stage, I don't think I gel well with the kind of work that's coming my way. And somewhere around March 2021, this serendipitous moment happened that one of the team members of Tony Blair Institute really reached out to me and said that, hey, we would want to actually consider you for the role of as an advisor to Tony Blair. And it was very interesting time, because I was about to get engaged and I was about to get married. I had already thought what 2022 would look like for me. That meant I'm a full-time co-CEO at an organization that I have created by my own self. And I had already taken that risk that I'm not going to work for the unicorns or the venture capital house. But because this was such a good opportunity to advise a former UK Prime Minister like Tony Blair himself, I couldn't say no. I went through the interview process in 2 weeks. There were case-based rounds, policy cases, fit rounds, etc. Of course, I cleared them. And of course, the rest is history. I worked with them for 6 months and I realized that my heart is still with my own venture, Global Governance Initiative. Looking back, I would still not change my decision. The experience of working with the Prime Minister himself is very amazing, especially in very interesting markets such as Middle East. So that is what I wanted to really land as a point to all of you. There is this rule of thumb that at least 20% of your salary should go in savings. You should save first and then you should spend. I repeat this point: save first and then you should spend. I was not very disciplined with my earnings in my initial 20s, and that's the mistake I have made. And now I don't make it. And truth be told, I'm really lucky today that my savings are even less than 20% of my earnings. So please make sure that you make a ledger of your entire expenses. I made a very separate video around how should you go about accounting your expenses in the most practical and the easiest way. Feel free to check that out on my channel if you're interested. And if you have another hacks on how to actually save better to get your dream goals and dream jobs, then feel free to put it in the chat. There is no one right answer. Everyone comes up with their own answer, but largely the answer that I wanted to land on you is I was able to get my dream role of working with the former UK Prime Minister largely because I was patient. I was not just taking any job for the heck of money. I was refusing and rejecting jobs because I wanted to do things that align with my values and my passion, my interest. And I was able to do that because I had decent funds and savings in my bank account. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up so that others get notified about the cause that we are picking up around financial well-being, which eventually leads to personal and professional well-being as well. That's all my time with all of you. I will see you all of you soon. Take care. Bye.